Bodi teleported into the show. Now we're ready to start.
I did. I'm here.
You so freaking bad. Wrestle me.
Welcome everybody to Juice Pro Wrestling, episode 206, October Rust.
October Rust. It is the spooky season. I hope you all enjoyed our fucking awesome episode with the one, the only Santana Jackson last week. If you haven't checked it out, go on, girl. If you haven't checked it out, what the fuck's your problem? And get on it. I'll have to castrate you, because it was a really killer episode. Me and Sreten had a good time laughing, and we had some really cool conversation off air. Maybe if we had a Patreon or something, you guys could have seen that. No, you couldn't sooner or later, because only the most privileged can see that type of shit.
Yep.
Anyways, welcome back, everybody. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button right now if you're watching on fucking YouTube, and if you're listening on any podcasting platform, rate and review.
Do that shit right now. Let's get down to the fucking
Oh yeah.
Oh, and I need to interrupt and ask Bodi, how's everything in Florida?
Oh, hey,
the hurricane is gone. Now it's fucking up other parts of the country.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Crazy thing is like when it first, I took screenshots, but when it first was forecasted, the eye was going to come over our city of Gainesville. So
it was going to what?
It was going to come over the city of Gainesville. It was going to catch a kids over my city. So, I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. But we were forecasted to get hit. The area of the subdivision we live in, they gave us a new vac order because of the high winds and some flooding and stuff.
Ejaculation order.
We went 30 minutes north, Lake City. Come to find out, it shifted like 3 miles east. That's all it took was 3 miles, and we got a lot of high winds and a little bit of rain. The winds were fierce, man, and the clouds look cool. Hurricane clouds rule. But otherwise we could have been like Orlando, who had like 16 plus inches of rain because the eye went over them. So we were lucky, man. We were really lucky. But thoughts out to those people down in Fort Myers, dude. They got crushed. And actually at my job, there's a account executive, her daughter lives down there and goes to school down there, and her apartment's just destroyed. So she's okay, which is awesome. But yeah, a lot of people down there, man, just are in dire straits.
I love that.
If anyone can help them out, man. There's plenty of donation sites, donation takers online. The good ones, don't fall for the fake ones. But yeah, they need help down there, man. And I know a lot of people are helping out. So
yeah, and for all you non-working motherfuckers or anybody looking for a job, I know if you go down there, I forget who it's through, but you get paid like $3,000 a week or something to help clean up the mess, and help people get back on their shit. So I don't know if that's like a FEMA thing or whatever it is, but like Bodi said, that sucks. It's a shitty situation.
Yeah, it is.
Get your asses out of Florida. You think you're so cool. And it's fucking nice joke, during man. Christmas.
You think you're so cool.
Yeah.
So hot. We got
so
everything
cool
we need
till that fucking hurricane came and wiped your fucking life away. No, I'm sorry. All jokes aside, it's shitty jokes, whatever.
It was scary. It was it was eerie, man. It was creepy.
There were sharks in swimming in the streets, I heard.
And gators. Yeah. That's what happens, man. It's unfortunate.
That's what I'd be worried about, man. All of a sudden Sharknado come to life.
But yeah, just 3 miles to the east, and we just barely got missed. So that's awesome.
That's good. I'm glad you're all right, bro.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry,
everybody else.
No, that I'm just totally joking.
I couldn't have been there last week, but had to prepare.
It's all right, man. We handled it. Sreten actually talked a little bit.
I saw that, dude. I was like really impressed. I had a full 3 inches.
And whenever he said something, I was kind of like, God damn it, he's talking.
He was taking your shine.
He's saying the same thing over and over.
He was taking your shine. Well, hold on. I gotta backhand a kid. Give me a sec.
Well, we're glad everybody's safe. Hey, one thing that happened recently, RIP to the great Antonio Inoki. Holy shit. That was like,
yeah, that's crazy.
That was out of nowhere. How old was he?
Was it 77?
70, I think 79.
79.
Something like that.
I think you're right.
Which that's old, man. I mean, I guess. I mean, you know how when old people are getting old and there's like, oh, well, he died at age 65, 75. He was a young man still. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm on their side.
Dude. Inoki was a huge, influential fucking guy, like in not just Japan, but wrestling as a whole, man.
Yes.
I mean, from his stuff, obviously like starting New Japan, stuff with Muhammad Ali, the collision in Korea with WCW and trying to bring peace over to, South Korea
Flair.
Or North Korea, whichever one.
Working with Rick Flairski.
Yeah, dude. And do his battles with countless legends, Andre, everybody. Like Inoki was the man, and he would later become a politician. And I can't pretend like I knew any of his political moves or agendas, but he seemed like just a dude who was trying to bring peace and honor, everywhere he went. And
of course,
not to mention like legit shoot fighter as well. A guy that really paved the way for so many different styles of professional wrestling, man. So RIP to fucking
to a legend, man. To a legend. I mean, I remember he was like, he was the Hulk Hogan of Japan, pretty much. Like this guy,
no doubt,
was the man.
That jaw, dude, put Sreten to shame.
I know exactly, man. And for one of the first things that come to mind is the infamous Great Antonio versus Antonio Inoki, where Great Antonio wasn't selling them. Dude, Antonio Inoki was like, nope, not happening in my ring, son, not in my country. Put the boots to him, busted his ass open hard way, teabagged him right in front of his family. It was great, dude. And then Inoki versus Masa Saito on the deserted island.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was I think, what is today? The 3rd? I think that's October 4th, tomorrow.
Yeah, that's my birthday.
Yeah, I think that was
my birthday week, motherfucker.
Yeah. I
hope nobody listens to this episode. This is proof that I wasn't really sick and I called off work.
No one's gonna listen. And then so the deserted island match. He was such a legend that his picture was on currency in Japan. Like his picture was on money. That's crazy, dude. That's how Hogan icon he was, man. Yeah. And
dude, that's because the Japanese are fucking great, man.
Dude, they're the best, aren't they?
They're like all about honor over there and respect till they're not, But
right. Great sushi, great food.
Bushido Blade. Come on.
Bushido Blade. Awesome video games, dude.
Fuck yes.
Drifting, street racing. What else did they do? Just martial arts and electronics, dude. Their technology.
They got a stranglehold on all global fetishes.
They pretty much do it. Yeah. Anime. Do they do anime? Do they do all the sexy anime?
Hentai?
Into? That's what it is. Yeah. Hentai foot fetishes with the octopus girl. Yeah.
I heard in Japan you could buy used underwear out of a vending machine.
Yep.
You can buy anything. I'm pretty sure you can get babies out of a vending machine.
I'm pretty sure too. Oh yeah.
They don't have a limit like China.
I seen some dude. He was in Korea. He was going to those vending machines. He was getting every type of burger out of the vending machine. There were some weird ass burgers, man. But I was like, I'd try them. Screw it. And he was like, they were good. I was like,
dude, you get Big Macs. There's McDonald's vending machines out there. It's crazy.
There's car vending machines too.
Yeah, right.
Pretty crazy, man. That's awesome. But yeah, Inoki, rest in peace. Great legend, community outreach. He was Mr. Community pretty much. I don't know his politics or his stance on politics too much, but I know he was huge on the environment and the community outreach. It was his thing too.
Yeah, it was cool to see everybody reach out. Well, not reach out, I guess, but say something, of course, like they all do when anybody of note in wrestling dies, but still cool.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And you know what else is cool? It's fucking October, man. It's my favorite time of year. It's my birthday fucking month. It's the month of Halloween. It's fucking the beginning of fall. It is just everything about it. The whole
pumpkin spice is back.
What's back?
Pumpkin spice is back.
Whoa.
Hey, man, I'll get down a little pumpkin spice. every
Pumpkin
now and then.
spice. I had a pumpkin spice cartridge not too long ago. It tasted like cloves.
Nice. Dude, speaking of cartridge, I want to give a shout out to my boy, my bass player for Handsome Prick, Matt Abear. Congratulations. Was a hell of a wedding this past weekend. Oh, man, dude. It was something
Awesome.
straight out of a fucking movie, man. It was a good time.
Awesome.
I was pouring my Yingling in my
Ooh.
jet black coffee,
Now you're talking. I like Yinglings.
sneaking those vapes in the corner.
I like the Yinglings. I want more.
Yeah.
Give me them.
Hey, but it's October. We're doing some fun shit. We
know what
brought
we're
back
doing.
the 31 Days of Fear
You're damn right we did.
with the JPDUB podcast.
What?
And we're flying by the fucking, we've had the list for 2 years, but we're flying by the seat of our fucking pants.
Always.
I fucking love it. You guys check it out on Instagram and fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
And then maybe in November, you'll get the whole 31 montage piece together.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, check it out.
And-
It's fucking every day this month. We're going to give you guys a either horror video game or movie that you need to check out on that day or whenever you can get to it. It's just our recommendations. And everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it, man. So
It's
maybe
cool.
we won't
It's a cool
do it
thing to
next year. We'll just do the 31 days of nothing.
There you go. I like that
What's
idea.
more
31
brutal
days
than
of
nothing?
And while you're at it, checking out those videos, pay attention to that song in the background. Shameless self-promotion. Insert plug here. That's right. It's your boy. I wrote that song.
Yeah, hell yeah.
In all seriousness, that was fun. Thank you for letting me write that. That was one of my favorite pieces I've ever written. Thank you.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's dark. It's heavy. It's fucking
Brutal. Yeah, I'd say it's brutal.
and
Makes
it'll
me-
also probably be making its way to Bandcamp. So
Ooh. Keep your ears on out there, guys.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, motherfuckers. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time with that. We've already so far had let me think.
Psycho Gore Man.
Psycho Gore Man.
Yeah.
Which just dropped. What else have we done? Frankenhooker.
Yep, freaking hooker. And
What was
then
the first one? The Midnight Meat Train.
yeah, the Meat Man, John Silver.
And I'm missing. No, I'm not missing.
No,
one
that's
yet.
not. That's 3.
So far, as of this recording. So those are the movies that you guys need to check out if you're fans of horror.
And
Or I used to
Halloween.
say when I was a little kid, horror.
Horror.
Horror. I also just anybody check out the Munsters?
No, not yet. No, but I can't wait for that new Hellraiser.
Yeah. And Chucky's coming back too.
Ooh.
Season 2 is getting ready to start. You got
I don't like it.
American Horror Story New York City. They
Got
just
everything
announced
going
that.
Nope. Everything's happening. And nothing.
Everything. Warrior Wrestling was happening this past weekend
Yeah, it was.
on Pro Wrestling TV. Have you checked that app out?
In the
It's
past,
good.
yeah. Yeah, it's not bad.
free.
It is free.
What?
Yeah, I believe so. So if you guys want to watch Warrior, they're not on Fight anymore, unfortunately, but you can check out all their content, I guess, at
Mm-hmm.
it's Pro Wrestling TV. It's an app. Download it. Check it out. They just had the 25th show. And
25.
dude, the Lucha Bros, you had fucking Casey Navarro
Yep.
teaming up with Frank the Clown.
Oh man, and Frank the Clown got some pretty solid heat there. I saw.
Yeah.
you see the person coming out?
LLC.
Yeah. I saw somebody come from the crowd and face up on him. I was like,
Really?
"Nah, you're talking, yeah."
EC3 fucking
EC Tree.
EC3
Oh.
fucking debuted. Spoiler alert. Boils and ghouls.
Spoiler alert. Yep. Controlling your debut.
Yeah. He was wanting people to control the narratives. Jordan
Controlling
Cross.
something. Yeah. For sure. Who else was there? I'm missing something. Wasn't was
Briscoes.
Lance Archer there or no?
Was Archer at this one? I don't
I don't
know.
remember. I don't remember. No.
Brian
Trent's
Cage.
saying no. I'm having a brain fart.
Brian
Cage better be there. Yeah, Cage better be there.
Cage is going to be on.
Dude, he's
Fucking-
gonna be on Dynamite. Remember what I've been saying, dude? Him and Wardlow for the
For all the beef.
dude. That's what I want to see, dude. And then I'm gonna watch Conan after that, and I'm gonna watch old Ultimate Warrior highlights later.
Crom.
Come on, suplex his ass
Hear the lamentations of the women.
right off the top rope into the crowd, suplex him. And then when he's in the crowd, Boston crab him right on top of some old lady. And then give the old lady high fives.
Dude, I love Conan for Arnold, but come on, James Earl Jones, man.
Oh man, what about him? Retiring as Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was badass. And what he was it the first or second Conan? He was like the snake fucking lord guy or
I don't
something.
remember which one that was. It was the first one? I think it was the first one.
It was the first one.
I think Sreten's right. You gotta listen to Sreten more often. He's right.
More often than not.
Well, often than that.
What else we got going on, Bodie?
What else we got going on, man? Well, speaking of 31 Days of Fear and Halloween in October, I think we should talk about some gimmicks of wrestling that were in that horror aspect. Maybe
Some of
scary,
our
maybe
favorite.
stupid, maybe goofy, maybe dark.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Mantor 2 episodes in a row.
Fuck yeah.
It was Mantar, you mantard.
Please, Mantar.
They were saying it wrong. Mantor.
Mantar. I like Mantar better.
I don't really think that's a horror gimmick. I mean,
No.
the better version of
Well, it was a joke, so fuck you both.
It's a gimmick.
All right.
Hey,
Halloween
the better
gimmicks.
version of
My
Mantar
bad.
though is definitely God, what's his name? Black Taurus.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Oh. Yeah, Black Taurus, man.
I would put him as kind of a horror-y, Halloween-y kind of gimmick.
Well, yeah.
You know?
He's
this
in
fucking
Decay,
beast.
so pretty much everyone in Decay is a horror Halloween gimmick, kind of like Crazy Steve and Rosemary, Sue Young at one time, I think.
Yeah. Those are some of my like modern day like favorite like spooky ass fucking characters.
Oh
man.
hell, you know what mine is? My modern day spooky.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
I wonder.
Come on,
The top-
wonder.
Oh, I know who it is.
Abaddon.
Yeah, she was just on Dark, dude.
She was on
good.
Dark, dude, and she's lean, she's fast, she's strong as shit, dude. I was watching, I'm like, damn,
She's
Like,
gonna be
she's just
huge
whooping your
once
ass, dude.
they
gotta-
fully unload her. They're
They gotta
putting
get
her.
her. Gotta
You
get her
haven't
up
seen
there,
her
man.
much, dude. She's still doing some of the dark shit, and she's been dropping the weight and like
She has. She's lean, she's strong. Like I was watching, I'm like, God, she's quick.
Can
She's
I
really quick? With
Can
those
I put a
attacks.
wrench in the current
Yes.
topic and say this
Yes.
about AEW?
Yes.
Because they are pivoting right now because of the last month has been fucking weird.
Oops.
And backstage shit, blah, blah, blah. They brought some new wrestlers in. Abaddon's killing it. There's some other female wrestlers. What if AEW took this time to really, really focus on the female product and
Please.
you could bring back those other guys like everybody else in like 6-7 months, but give the girls like the majority of the shit for like 6-7 months, just completely twist it up. I was thinking about because as long as we have been criticizing WWE and now we're shifting that shit, their storylines with the females, with the women was very strong.
yeah.
And what if they focused on that shit? Because there's potential for it because of all the new little things that are coming, and the people that they have brought in for the last 2 months are like killer wrestlers.
Yeah. And I think they're like what you're saying, and I
What
don't
you
know if
think?
you've been watching or not. I mean, they're kind of headed in that direction, but to me, it's already off to a kind of weird, awkward start. Dude, they brought in Paige, Soraya.
Soraya, get it right.
Soraya, you know,
Sorry,
whatever,
I had to
dude.
throw that in there because that
Not
I remember
interested.
seeing that.
I get
Love
it.
it.
She's
You love
fucking.
it.
She brings a
Stop it.
lot of eyeballs over to the product, but she hasn't wrestled in years. We don't know if she's cleared. I've only heard that she signed a multi-year deal, and I think that they're under the assumption that, and they're hoping that she's going to be cleared and she can do something in the ring. But man, I'm going to tell you, like, if it's going to be super,
Oh,
like,
how it
just
is.
cheesy bullshit, like it was on. I love
Man.
AEW, but that was some fucking bullshit
Man,
on a Grand Slam. Her coming out, bringing out the whole women's roster. Everybody just looked as like, oh, hey, I'm glad to be in the ring with you, Tony Storm. Hey, she sounded like Ozzy Osbourne out there. Come on. Yeah. The women's win.
Sean!
It was just awkward. Whatever. I'm being a
fighting
maybe
words,
a
bro.
critic. I think a lot of people fucking felt it though. You could tell, like you're sitting at home or they're watching. It was like, oh man, that was pretty cringe. Like there was just, I don't even know how to explain it. Put it in the
That's what
I
I
don't
was
know how to
doing
put
the
it into
whole
words.
time.
If
Like
you
I was
watched
staring
it.
at the sun, just squinting.
Oh,
like
dude.
So you felt the
Like-
same way, buddy? because I did see it. I saw the debut, but I had the sound off, and I was just watching the crowd react, and it seemed like an awesome moment. But I don't know because I don't know her.
The debut was good. The debut was awesome.
Her first
when she came down to the ring.
Yeah,
it started out okay, like some of the things she was saying, and then somebody threw a couple of D batteries on the track and a bunch of other shit and a cow and then another train, and then that whole train that was going down and Dynamite just, I don't know where it went.
It was like, hey, we're going to make the women's division the shit, but make it look extremely silly.
Dude, I wanted to, you know what? I'm going to tell you how it is. I wanted to like that. I really did. I really tried to like it, but it was not, it didn't accomplish what it set out to do, you know, and it reminded me of like when Jericho introduced the Inner Circle for the first time, and he was like telling who Jake Hager was. He was telling everyone who Sammy the Spanish God was. You know, he was telling about who LAX was, you know, or Santana and Ortiz. He was introducing them. I think
he did it well, though.
He did do it very well. And I think that's what Saraya was trying to do. And it just, she's rusty.
I thought she was high or something.
She was rusty. I think she hit it a couple times before she came out there.
Yeah. Tony Storm and the bad guys are out.
Yeah. And then it was like Britt Baker came out there and kind of balanced it because Baker is good on the stick. She's good. But still, it was like you already lost it at that point. And you throw in a lumberjack match. I thought like the decision for that was like, okay, cool. I like to see a lumberjack match, but it still felt like it followed that trend where it was like kind of you're fumbling the ball right there. The match was solid though. Match was very solid. It just seemed like a reason to throw 7 more ladies out there that you don't see on TV much. That you need to start seeing on TV more.
And that pretty much just showed you all the women they're gonna put on their main television. It's going to be those 8 girls, and then throw in Jade Cargill, you know.
Yeah, thank you. Just speaking of Jade Cargill, because I was going to add that while we're at it. Can you please give someone Jade Cargill who might lose the belt to, instead of just, you know, throwing out a AA ball player out there and just letting them get their ass kicked? I want to see some threat to this title. I want to see like Willow Nightingale. Let her go after it. Willow Nightingale's over. Let Jamie Hayter go after it. Dude, Hayter versus Jade Cargill. Piss off, dude. That's a hell of a show. That's a hell of a show right there. That match will make money. I'm moist thinking about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hayter's got to go over, though.
Oh, yeah. Hayter would have to go over. Yep. And then Baker would get involved, and then Hayter turns because that's what everybody wants. You know,
when do we get Abaddon in the mix?
You need to get Abaddon in the mix ASAP. Now she's like undefeated in 2022, and she's only got like 4 losses ever. Throw her in Dynamite. Come on.
When are we gonna get what's her face? That we interviewed. I just remember I'm the worst. Hellbent Vixen.
Oh.
Dude, that's her Instagram name. Hellbent Vixen.
Oh yeah.
She's got like five fucking I'm so terrible. Wallace fake froze. Viva Bam.
Oh my god, dude.
Get her on the roster.
I'm losing it.
Get her on that shit. Her and Abaddon, tag team champions.
I'm losing it. I'm in for that. That's a great idea. After that,
here, let me top what I just said. Speaking of Abaddon, what about them Halloween wrestlers?
Jesus. Oh my god. Yes, she would be awesome with Abaddon. Yeah, I think you need Abaddon up there. I think she could do some cool shit, and she's different. I want different.
Viva would be awesome too.
You gotta have got some good storytelling with her though.
You got to be able to still tell a story with her.
And right now in the women's division, they ain't telling shit.
No, you're not wrong, dude. But they're off to a start. I think Saraya is a good addition. I'm curious to see what her capacity is. I mean, you got Sting and who else has got spinal stenosis, and they're wrestling. They're not taking the bumps they used to. I think it's Christian. They're not taking the bumps they used to, but they're taking bumps. Yeah. So it's not out of the question for her to wrestle. I thought at one time she had like almost kind of clearance to wrestle in some capacity, but you got to be very careful with that, especially at her age. You gotta, she's young, so you don't want to screw it up. Just ease into it. But yeah, how is she going to be like a general manager? I was thinking that too. I'm like, so if she's not going to wrestle, she's going to be like a GM of the women's division. Like, where are we going with this?
Yeah. No one knows. It's like whatever. I'm over it. It was a mess. To quote my 2-year-old son,
I
it's
love
a mess.
I love AEW just as much as you guys and the next person, but yeah, that was not good. It was not good. Dynamite was average, actually. I'm gonna go on and say that last week, except for the last match. Bandito and Jericho tore that house down.
Yeah, dude. Jericho's fucking man.
He's sassy.
He's super sassy. He's wrestling all these guys and kind of stepping outside of his comfort zone.
Right.
And doing, from Nick Gage to Bandito to hopefully we can get a PCO Jericho match.
Oh, please. Can we?
I know. He's wanting it.
He is. Definitely. What wasn't average was Grand Slam. Grand Slam was not average. Grand Slam kicked ass.
I thought that was Grand Slam.
No, that was Dynamite. Dynamite had Bandito and Jericho. Grand Slam had the Acclaimed.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, scissor me, daddy. Scissor me, daddy. Dude, I'm glad they went over. You had to put the titles on them at that point. And dude, fucking hey, man, they come back on Dynamite and they're just huge pops, crowds chanting, scissor me, daddy. It's the best. I'm like, dude, these are homegrown talents too, man. I love it. You love to see that.
Yeah.
Unintentionally homegrown,
dude.
They showed
over.
Yeah, they showed that they like earned their spot.
Oh yeah,
which is awesome.
Oh yeah, I love seeing that shit. That's the best.
Great.
Yeah, that's why Acclaimed is so. I think that's why they're so over as they are. Is because of that.
Yeah,
because they're homegrown. Because everyone saw them grow in the company on Dark Elevation, Rampage, Dynamite. You saw them come up through the ranks. And then you heard the Max Caster raps, and they got better and better and better. And then Bowen's a monster, dude, in that ring. And he's great on the mic. He's a hype man, dude. When he says the Acclaimed that over, dude, I get chills every time. I stand up and throw that A down, dude. And I start scissoring the TV. God damn it. Dude, I'm so into them, dude. I want that jersey.
Yeah. Hell yeah. They're awesome.
I'm going to wear that shirt to work that says scissor me daddy ass and then get fired.
Then you can sue.
You know what? Before I sign my separation agreement, scissor me daddy ass. Get out of here before we call the cops.
They remind me of a great like Attitude Era tag team.
Yeah, dude. They kind of remind me like New Age Outlawish, which is, Billy Gunn being with them is kind of apropos.
Apropos.
Let's apropos our asses back to some more wrestlers that you can think of that kind of have the horror vibe that,
Wow, we got off on a tangent there for a second. Yes, exactly. You got to throw the Fiend in there, dude. Have to.
The Fiend, the White Rabbit, whatever the hell he's going to be.
Before we go off on another tangent, dude, I went down the proverbial rabbit hole.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, but let's stick to the gimmick here.
What about Jake the Snake? Would you consider him kind of? Because I kind of group those guys like he's got a horror vibe to him, almost like he was just,
psychological.
Yeah, he always reminded me of Satan, dude. Like as a kid, he was just so seriously, man, so fucking creepy and calm and collected, and don't trust the snake. Trust me.
You ever see another man stare when you bend over?
Yeah, you start playing with that cobra too.
Yeah, and then he's like got the snake. He's like, Coors, the banquet beer. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. That's a good question, dude. Jake the Snake. Would you lump Jake the Snake in that horror gimmick? In a way, yeah, psychologically.
Yeah, psychological.
The snake. A lot of people are afraid of snakes. You can throw that in there too. So, yeah, I could see him in there.
The cheesiest of them all, the Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman. Yeah, dude. I was thinking about him earlier.
Coming to get you.
Eating worms and stuff. He was more, to me, he was never scary. He was more comical.
Yeah.
Comical horror gimmick. But yeah, he would fit. I would say he would fit under the horror gimmick just because of who he was and what he did. I think you could throw Kane in there.
Yeah, and the Undertaker. Obviously, Undertaker's probably the greatest horror gimmick. Let alone gimmick.
I'm throwing Paul Bearer in there, motherfucker.
There you go. I love it. Good job.
Old Percy Pringle.
Undertaker.
I'm Percy Pringle.
Beware. He has to make the list.
Percy Pringle.
You can't have Halloween without Paul Bear and the Undertaker.
It was so ridiculous when I was a kid. That voice creeped me out.
Dude, it did. He was creeping me
creepy.
out, dude. Just the look on his face. I'm like, this guy sucks. He's scary.
He was
But
a
I like him.
mortician too.
I like him. Yeah, he was. And he listened to Mortician.
Yeah, I was just saying. You're not stating these as actual facts.
Yeah, dude. Totally he listened to Mortician.
And Papa Shango, dude. You got
Yeah.
Papa Shango in the mix, dude. He was
Papa Shango.
awesome.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Wasn't that Kama?
Come on,
Godfather?
Mustafa. Yeah.
Dude, he was lining up hoes when he was preaching voodoo, dude. Yeah, them voodoo hoes.
Put a spell on you.
Dude, Papa Shango freaked me out.
Dude, yeah. Like as a little kid, it was weird. Like
I'm trying to remember his music. Yeah,
it was
his
like
music was
weird.
creepy too. Yeah.
Just like this weird, I don't know, man, like voodoo shit. And
Was the
Ultimate Warriors bleeding
brood
green.
scary, or was that more like their song?
Yeah,
was cool?
Gangrel.
Was Gangrel scary, or did it just has a cool intro song?
No, Gangrel I would put in there for sure.
Sounds like people like checking their breath at the beginning.
I know. What is this? Like commercial for certs, or is this like somebody coming out? What is going on here? What am I watching here? Yeah. He's just drinking Clamato.
Yeah, right.
What a bastard. I thought that was blood. You bastard. His Bloody Marys dude was getting hooked up before his match to go out there just trashed. Gangrel really biting people in the ring. What the fuck?
Probably. He was
Yeah.
with Luna for a while. He was
Oh
married
my
to her,
God.
so-
Yeah, dude. With Luna, you know Luna was biting people.
Oh yeah. Luna was a kind of
Probably
a
drinking
creepy
real
character.
blood too. Yeah, throw her in that list, dude. Good segue.
wrestler ever.
Good segue because she scared the piss out of me when I was younger.
Yeah.
I was like 15 and I was still scared of her. I was like, ah.
Dude, Luna was fucking
Yeah,
vicious.
don't.
Aren't there?
don't headbutt me.
Who are the luchadors that are scary? There's a bunch of them, right? With the
Dude,
masks
there's-
and other shit.
Dude,
Yeah.
Penta Oscuro.
Yeah. You got Bestia 666.
Yeah,
You got
Bestia
fucking,
666. You could throw Mecha Wolf in there too.
you could throw Mecha Wolf
Throw
in there.
Mecha Wolf in that.
Dude, there's La Parca, dude.
Oh yeah, La Parca.
La Paca, La Paca, La Paca, La Paca, La Paca.
Halloween.
Yeah. Dude,
Throw him in there.
there's so fucking many.
There's a lot of them.
in Lucha Libre, man. Vampiro.
Yeah.
Vampiro was all about it. Yeah, the Misfits
he was.
fucking bringing them out in WCW.
All right. Yeah, Vampiro, totally, man. Wow.
And he's coming, dude, he's still wrestling. I think he's going to be appearing at, what is that, upcoming XPW.
Yeah, at the Extreme Invasion.
I'm trying to think of some.
Hey, would you throw a Mankind in there?
Mm-hmm.
I would. I'd throw
Psychological
Mankind.
horror.
Even Cactus Jack.
Yeah.
Cactus Jack reminded me of like that,
like a
Texas
chainsaw.
chainsaw.
Yeah.
Like Leatherface type of shit, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, I'd throw him in there. Maybe even Dude Love.
No, dude loves like 70s porn. Debbie
He'll
does
sex you up,
Dallas and
dude.
stuff.
He'll sex you up.
Dude.
Oh no. Can you think of any? I'm trying to think of indie wrestlers that aren't on TV that are horror.
Sage
themed.
Sin Supreme.
Yeah.
You could
Would
throw
you
her
put
in there.
PCO in it at all?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
yeah.
The character
They
that
say,
he's fucking Frankenstein.
Yeah, totally,
He's the
dude.
French
Perfect
Canadian
creation one.
French Canadian Frankenstein.
Throw in PCO. PCO, if you're watching or listening, dude, I love you.
Yeah.
Love you,
PCO.
man. Yeah, dude. Throw him in there. What's dude Cruel? Deathmatch wrestler Cruel.
Yeah.
He looks like Jason. He's got that Jason mask. What do you think?
Yeah.
I'd throw him in there.
There's actually people that dress up too. And it's Freddie and Jason.
Oh yeah.
And this goes like way back, dude. Like
Yeah. Yeah,
guys
it used to be
wrestling.
Leatherface. Leatherface
Yeah.
used to be in
like
fucking-
Japan, I think.
Yeah, I it's escaping me right now. Somebody slap me in the cheeks.
I just remembered, but I can't remember his damn name. There's a guy he usually does opening matches in or like 8-man matches in at Warrior. He's a Chicago guy. He's like fucking 7 feet tall.
Oh,
He wears a mask.
yeah, he's like Sakita security at a bunch of other shows too.
Yeah, allegedly.
I know you're long hair.
He wears a mask. Yeah, long haired.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name.
Dude.
I can't remember his name right now, but
Super
he's
nice
like horror
guy.
themed.
Yeah, and there's a couple of dudes. Now that you mentioned, I met a couple of dudes at Warrior. Ah, man, I wish I could remember his name, but there's some guys with some like almost like Texas Chainsaw gimmicks, like straight up that come out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could put Sting in there.
I'd throw House of Black in there before Sting.
Yes.
House
For
of Black
sure.
for sure. And Danhausen. He's comical, but I
Yeah.
would say he's Halloween.
Yeah, well, he's the fucking demon from The Exorcist.
Yeah, he is.
It's the face. I just saw somebody putting like some bling on him. He's like, oh yeah, it's very nice. Bling.
He's great. He's great. Yeah, I think. Yeah, House of Black for sure. AEW. Way before Judgment Day. Judgment Day doesn't strike me as Halloween-y scary.
No. Shotzi Blackheart. Shotzi's all about the
she's all about the Halloween shit. Yeah. Her character doesn't come across like that on TV. You know what I mean?
No.
I wouldn't throw her in there as a character. But I wouldn't throw it in her.
Now we pause for a commercial break.
Why did it slip?
Boing.
He said slip.
Yeah, commercial break right there, dude. I totally lost my train of thought, dude. I'm out. Just dump this guy out of the ring. He's
I think
done.
it's a good list. Here's what I'd
Fucking
like to
guy's
say,
done.
or Wallace can say it.
Sinister Minister.
Sinister Minister.
That just came to mind before we shifted there. I just want to get that in there before the buzzer.
Dude, there's so many more. Remember, would they have Mortis? I mean, I know it was kind of like Mortal
yeah, I
Kombat.
forgot all about Mortis. Son of Beach, cheat.
Those guys. Who's the guy? He was Killer Relic. Remember in TNA? He wore the mask. It was Killer spelled backwards.
Old Killer Cross, even Killer Cross now, maybe.
I'd put him in the psychological thing because he has kind of like that vibe going, man. It's like supernatural, occult, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. I'm sure we could keep going and going and going. I like Sreten's idea though. Next.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
More. Hey, I want to go back to Grand Slam here in AEW because I want to get your guys' take on the Mox going over Danielson. I want to know what you think of that. Like, do you agree with that? Did you want to see Danielson win instead? Or did you want to see this go? Who did you want to go and see face MJF later? What do you think, Juice?
I wanted to see Brian win it, but if they're going to progress the story, you can't have him. He's the guy who has to have the belt. I think if he wins it for a little while, not just drop it. Whoever's going to win it, MJF's you would think is going to cash in on.
Oh yeah,
unless they pull some big ass swerve, this Russo swerve, and that's how they go under, like the finger.
Oh, they will. Yep, they will. I remember we were talking when Grand Slam was going on and before Grand Slam, and I was all about Danielson winning it. But then you got to think, okay, maybe it's better that Mox goes over because if you're going to have somebody like Bryan Danielson hold that title, you don't want him to turn around and just dump it in the next pay-per-view, if that's the plan. And on the other side of the coin, you don't want to have MJF hold on to that ship forever, because it's going to lose its luster. You want to see him cash in now. You don't want to see him cash in at next year's All Out. Like, to me, I think with a character like MJF, you have to pay it off right away.
When is the next pay-per-view?
Full Gear in November. Yep.
Okay. So
you win it at All Out in September, and then you have like a month and a half to hold on to it and defend it. I think that's up Moxley's alley.
Yeah, and it's the third time he's had it, too. So it's safe. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, I mean, in odd circumstances, he's 3-time champ. But and like I said, in those certain circumstances, he wouldn't have been third-time champ. You could have probably seen MJF taking that belt off of Punk at All Out if things went to plan.
My annoyed by everything ass. My ass who's annoyed by the everybody that's so smart about wrestling. If this was the 80s or 90s, everybody would always and forever want Jon Moxley to win.
Oh yeah.
But absolutely everybody is convinced that fucking stupid MJF, that son of a bitch, is gonna win it next. He's gonna be the next title holder, and everybody expects it, and they will. And it's just a weird time. It all makes sense, but it kind of takes the shine off of the excitement of it, because like everybody kind of knows that's what's gonna happen. And so if it happens, it's the natural progression of the story, as the fucking
and it's
experts
great
say.
because the end game is, what stories are you going to do after that? Because he's the guy, dude. In wrestling, most of the time, unfortunately, you need a heel champ, like almost all the time. To get other guys over as babies, and the stories you tell, they're better storytellers as a heel than they are as a face. Because when you're already at the top, baby faces are just like, it's an open challenge. Do the blah, blah, blah. No. Where heels are fucking doing anything they can to keep that title.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and they really fucking want it and mean it, at least in story wise. That's what heels do. And that's more interesting. It's more fun to see somebody beat that dastardly fucking bastard.
Yes.
For his
underhanded tactics over several occasions.
Exactly. Everyone loves a hero versus villain story, a good hero versus villain story. So,
but you'll have so much more and so many different programs to go off of with your top guys, with MJF as a heel. And there's no shame with some of these guys that say, like a Wardlow that gets built up and, he goes after the belt and MJF has it. There's no shame in Wardlow losing it if you know that, like, dude, it's fucking MJF. He's going to do anything to win it.
Yeah.
So then they don't look as bad as if it would have been like, well, damn, he just got squashed as so-and-so, or, something like that. I think MJF is the way to go because there's future stories to tell. Look at Omega. When he had the belt, he was heel like the whole time,
Mm-hmm. And he had all the belts.
Yeah. And he worked across several different promotions. Like,
yes, he did.
Insane.
What do you guys think about this whole thing being a storyline? I was talking with a buddy of mine actually just last night, that I found out he's like a huge AEW guy. And he was talking about how he's giving his predictions, like how it's going to go. And he thinks, and fucking stupid ass, smelly ass MJF is going to win next. And the whole thing has been a build up for Wardlow to be the champ, like that Wardlow. So that whole feud before, and they're going to build him up as the next guy. And like Wallace said, he might not win right away, but he will be the eventual, like, but my buddy was like, and then it would be awesome if Wardlow took it over, and he got like super fired up.
That's a good story.
I don't know what you guys think.
But those things got to take a little bit of time.
Yeah. I think everything should take time. I agree.
And I don't like the main title being passed, changing hands, to be honest with you. No, but realistically, any more than twice a year.
Yeah, you couldn't avoid what happened, though, for it to change that much time in that short amount of period of time. I agree. I think you have a heel like MJF hold that title, have him hold that damn title until his contract's about to run out. Have that. I like that one, that story they told in WWE with Cena versus Punk. Punk's contract's running out. He's got the title. He wins the title. He escapes through the crowd.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Do that.
Retell that tale differently, a little bit differently. But I think, like I was going to my first point, I think if you're going to put it on Bryan Danielson, he needs to hold that title for like a year, maybe longer. Like, and that's what I want to see with some of these titles. Hold on to it for almost a year or just under a year.
Yeah. And have the All Atlantic or the TNT have that change hands more often,
And the TNT, I could see that happening if you had like the open challenge a lot. You defend it X amount of times. That's using Steiner math. How many percentage chance of winning and losing, and then how many people are in that match, and then 33rd and a third chance. And
did you see Ron Breaker do this bust out the Steiner
dude, that was awesome.
NXT, I lost my
Breaker
shit.
math. I was like,
he sounded just like Scott.
He did too, dude. I was like, whoa.
I just watched that Table for Three with him, Rick and Scott.
Nice. I heard it was good. I haven't seen that yet.
They're just talking, man. It's cool. It's super cool, man.
It is super cool.
Man, a father sitting there with his son who made it to the pro leagues in football and fucking had offers for baseball, and he's like, I always wanted to wrestle,
Yeah.
And Scott's telling him, he's like, using my damn moves. You got to start paying me royalties. Like the fucking Frankensteiner and shit.
The Frankenbreaker.
Who got his body?
Hey, speaking of NXT and WWE, dude, how about that War Games coming to a Survivor Series?
Yeah,
Dude, that's dope. I love it. It's about time on the main roster and at Survivor Series.
I heard they're gonna do Halloween Havoc as a standalone pay-per-view.
I hope so. I miss Halloween Havoc.
That'd be cool if it was a main roster deal and not just NXT.
It would be. I would be all about that, man. And they were even doing the spin the wheel, make the deal matches too. I was like, yeah, that shit. Back in the day, it was my jam when Cactus Jack and Vader were having those.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude, that was like my favorite when I was growing up. Was the spin the wheel, make the deal, and it would be like Texas Death Match, and they go out there and just beat the piss out of each
Coal
other.
miner's glove match.
Yeah, coal miner's glove. Yeah, dude.
Well, it's a coal miner's glove.
Well, Mean Gene.
Really?
Yeah, coal miner's glove. What else they had?
The one where Abdullah got fucking electrocuted.
Oh yeah, the electric. Yeah, I remember that.
It was what the hell was that? I forgot what the match was called. The gimmick, man. It was but he was in an electric chair in the middle of the ring and he got electrocuted.
Yeah, he got electrocuted. We talked about that on the list, I think.
Yeah,
I think we did a list with that.
The mini episode.
Dude. Yeah. Dude, War Games is going to be so cool on the main roster. Like, I want to see some of that talent get in the War Games match and go to town. You won't see any blood though, unless it's hard way.
No, Triple H. Yeah, Triple H said he's not. He's like, whatever, we're past.
He's like, yeah, we're past that. I'm like, yeah, I bet you are.
Okay, yeah,
I bet you are.
But
the scars on your forehead say otherwise.
Trips is the guy that would say that, but he's got fucking people listening. He's Trips. He's
Trips.
It's for kids. But he's the guy that would say that, like, wink, wink. That's what I kind of get from him. Because, dude, he's so old school. He understands there's a big moment or something that needs some color, some juice, if you will. I think he'll let him, get him to bleed. He's in the ref's ear. We need a little juice.
We need some juice. Cut him hard way.
It's time to get wet.
I heard that there's an NXT doctrine too. You got 2 years to get good or get cut.
2 years to get good or get
NXT
fucked.
kit. I think that's a good idea though, man. You don't want these okay, so when NXT got rebranded to NXT crap.0,
yeah,
there was not a lot of indie wrestlers or wrestlers in general. It was mostly athletes and models.
Well, that's what they're doing now too. That college thing, they're doing like straight up a shit ton of college athletes. So I think that's why they're doing it, because you're bringing in so many people. There's got to be a turnaround. Like, hey, if we're not seeing anything in 2 years, future endeavor.
Future endeavor. Yeah, and then they had that tryout too. What was that for? Was it for Mania that just went terribly, or was it SummerSlam where a bunch of people got hurt because they're not trained? That was just athletes and NILs.
Yeah,
but you have to do that, and I think they're going to go back to. I mean, you already saw the tease, the black and gold, and you'll probably see more indie talent come in, and maybe even some main roster talent that aren't getting the TV time there come back down to NXT and rule ass like
Apollo Crews,
like Mandy Rose.
Oh yeah, she's been ruling so much. It's toxic,
killing it.
Love me some Mandy Rose.
I know you do.
On the Instagram.
You're getting in them grams.
Yes.
What a prick.
You know I am.
What a prick. Hey, I want to talk about because we kind of hinted at it earlier with the Halloween horror gimmicks. One fiend, Mr. Bray Wyatt, and this white rabbit QR code thing that they've been doing that has been by far the fucking coolest thing ever I've seen in WWE in a long damn time.
Yeah,
this shit
really
rules,
cool.
dude. But make sure I can read them QR codes, so when I see it on TV and I pause it, I can actually read it with my phone. So,
I saw one with Killer Cross on SmackDown interview, and then there's a QR code, and it's
they've been doing that.
Sreten, you would appreciate
on the screen. Yeah, have you seen any of these, Sreten? You've been following this?
No,
he doesn't follow it.
Man, I love you. Oh my god, dude. Nope.
So they basically they've been teasing something. It's a big social media experiment, if you will, with WWE.
Maybe
when they're during commercial break, like the lights go off and
White Rabbit plays.
Yeah, Jefferson fucking Starship airplane, whoever the fuck, which one of the Jeffersons?
one of those Jefferson
Moving
bands.
on.
The one that doesn't do Cassidy's song.
Yeah. But they're playing that, and then it'll
At
go.
the
The
end,
arena goes.
crescendo.
Yeah, it goes red, and they're like leaving weird QR
Figurehead.
codes and signs and random spots in the TV and like in the crowd. Like,
Yeah, there'll be like messages in the crowd.
the last one was really weird. That video, I think you sent it to me with like the wolf. It was like an old Porky Pig thing, and then
yeah, it was like the old Porky Pig thing, and then there'd be like I thought there was like splicing of like something like a wrestling move or something like that, and then all of a sudden it was like the big bad wolf, and he had a red face and everything that looked creepy. Starting every time these QR codes are scanned, and for everybody out there listening, watching, if you don't and haven't been following this,
31 days.
go on Twitter and QR code, search QR code or search hashtag White Rabbit, and you'll go down the damn rabbit hole. But Sreten, to cue you in here, man. Some of these, like one video had patricide, which means the killing of one own's father, and it says "Come with me." And then somebody found an old school Bray Wyatt promo from when he was in NXT, when he was like first, like one of his big promos, and he talks about killing his father, and he says "Come with me" at the end. And then there was one video, and it came up with the numbers 40701. When somebody looks that up, that's a zip code to Corbin, Kentucky, or something like that. And then there, with that same zip code, is White Rabbit Records. Then somebody went to White Rabbit Records' YouTube page. All their videos they had uploaded were gone, and there was one video, and one video came up with the code 04062. You look that up on a map, that zip code comes out to a city called Wyndham. This is how crazy this shit has been, dude.
And it's so awesome and Easter egg shit, dude.
And somebody went into some HTML code of one of the videos, and it was lyrics from Malachi Black's old theme music in WWE.
Really?
Yeah. It was like I forgot what it said. No man is truly good. No man is truly evil. So that was in the HTML code of this thing. And then there was another one where there was a code that said TS/S10E6. That was the Simpsons episode, season 10, episode 6. And the first thing that comes on is the White Rabbit song.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. I'm getting chills just talking about this, because this is how cool this shit has been. And then there was one with backward talking, and you play it backwards, and somebody had it and they did it backwards, and it was like almost like the Shield Sierra Echo. It was like that. I forgot what it's spelled, and then he said some other stuff that was creepy. Somebody pitched it up a little bit, and it sounded like Wyndham's voice. And then Kyle Scarborough, the artist who did like the Fiend mask and has worked with Wyatt, has been posting like these little Easter egg pictures and artwork. Dude, it is fucking insane, man. But kudos to whoever thought of this and whoever's been going with this, because this shit is awesome.
You would have to think it's Bray, you know? I mean,
you have to. I mean, I'm sure Triple H is probably throwing some stuff in there.
They're probably,
but I'm pretty sure he was like, yeah, QR code, brother.
That sucks you in.
Yeah, all that sounds like what's fun about the internet. It sounds so much better than anything fucking can
use
Twitter
it to
can
your
even
advantage.
touch.
It's like catching Pokemon.
Twitter can suck a dick. Do that rabbit hole shit.
Do it, because and there's people that it's crazy, like the HTML code, like just stuff like that. Like, I don't know. You think about that, you use the internet to your advantage instead of it being like a cesspool of toxicity. You know, you could use it to your advantage in this way, where people are putting that stuff out there. Like, this is what leads to here. And people are ganging up, teaming up, finding out answers and stuff. And it's just leading down to this. And like, is it Bray Wyatt? And now other people are saying, oh, no, it's Aleister Black. When Malachi Black said, no, I'm going to come back to AEW. He's been temporarily had his like vacation thing. Other people have said other names like Andrade. Some people said it was Killer Cross. I mean, it's kind of funny because a lot of people are.
I think that's all intentional. Bray, I think so Bray and them know that, so they're going to throw you off, and it's
sent off.
You know it's Bray Wyatt.
I hope so.
But at the end of the day, they're doing all this to kind of throw you off, because that's how you deal with the internet age in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys know. Let's just make it a little more interesting, so it still feels special. You know
exactly. Exactly. You got to pay it off. You got to pay it off with, I think, Wyatt. I don't know, for some reason, I'm just like, you got to pay it off with him.
I mean, and who
Or
knows?
some form of him.
I don't know. Maybe they bring him back. I've heard different rumors about like specific dates, like pay-per-views. But why not
Extreme Rules, man?
Yeah,
that's what they've been.
Well,
saying.
they said some shit could happen there, some major shit about it, but like he won't be there.
Fine with me.
I don't know. You know,
Keep it up. I mean, don't drag it on too long, but keep it up a little bit. I like this. I like where this is going. I like where it's going. It's been cool, man. It's made, following episodes fun. It's been following SmackDown and Raw fun, and then
it's been making you want to watch their product.
It has. Yeah. It's been making you want to watch. Yes, I agree. We'll wrap it up right there with that on the.
And you
wrap
guys,
it up.
And you guys have been watching, like you guys have been watching WWE last month.
I've been watching more Raw, more SmackDown. It has gotten better in terms of storyline continuity. Action in the ring is great. Like, I'm not going to say every match is great, but it's been, to compare it to like 3 months ago Raw and SmackDown matches, yeah, it's been way better. I mean, even like, and no offense to the talent, but like Chad Gable and who did he just wrestle on Raw? But they had a hell of a match, and it's two people that may have gotten like a 5-minute match in the past. I think it was Gargano, actually. Yeah. Gargano and Gable, and they just tore the house down. And that's the kind of matches you're going to get when you start bringing in that talent like Gargano. You start using him. You start using Owens more. Sami Zayn with the Bloodline is a great story.
Yeah,
right
dude,
now.
this shit's been awesome.
I mean,
Honorary Uce.
Honorary Uce. And then you got Jay, the jealous one, man, and he doesn't want him in there. Like the little things that Triple H have twisted have done. His creativity is all over it, and you can tell. I think he's been getting more talent input too. The talent has been throwing in more of their 2 cents, because you're seeing little things from them now, like their twist on things. So it's gotten better. In-ring action's gotten better. So it's about time. I'm not going to say it's like A+ every week, because it's not, but it's a lot better.
I think in a year it'll be real interesting and fun again if they keep heading in this direction. They're gonna take AEW's fucking momentum and be like, hey, remember us kids? We got you into this shit. Come on back.
But then it's gonna make AEW want to turn up their game. And you know what? Now you got 2 top companies running on all cylinders, which is great for wrestling and great for everybody.
It is, but I'll be honest, I only have fucking time to watch one. So somebody get really good quick so I can. I'm tired of. I watch way too much, dude. Such an oversaturated.
Just keep up with it on Twitter.
Yeah. I mean, keep
Twitsky.
up with all of it on our Twitter at Juice Pro Podcast.
Oh man, this guy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. What do you guys got? I'll tell you what I got. All right. I'm excited for 31 Days of Fear, but let me just say that it was hard. It was hard today because it was a rough one, because the Bears suck.
Yeah.
It was rough, man. I have to get this out. Being a Bears fan, all of you know.
Here we go. Emil Blonsky, who's their new coach, Matt Eberflus.
I like him, but you guys got to do some shit here. Your offense sucks, but they didn't go out and get anybody. So it's like, yeah, I'm sitting here complaining, but at the same time, I was complaining back in July when I was like, you guys didn't get anybody. Like,
Bodi,
you guys didn't get
promo on the entire organization.
You guys didn't get any O linemen. You didn't get any receivers. You have receivers. You don't use them now, but
do it now.
It's hard for Fields to get good if he only has 1 second to throw the fucking ball, and then he does hold on to the ball sometimes. It's a little bit too long and stuff, but still, like, I saw a stat where it said like when he has like time to pass, this is what his stats are. I was like, oh, well, it's not bad. But at the same time, I can't sit here and complain and bitch and write hateful Twitters about the Bears organization on Sundays, because I knew this was going to happen. We were expecting it to be a rough ride. It's a rough ride. So yeah, I'm a little bummed out by that today. I was a little bummed out, man. It stung.
There comes a point as a Chicago Bears fan where you just gotta know that it's gonna be disappointment, especially this year. I didn't expect them to win fucking but 4 games, if that. Bad or not. they find a way to lose. They're a young team. It's fucking first year regime. You don't know what the fuck's going on.
Fields only has 13, 14 games under his belt.
Yeah, this is reps
Getsy
for
is
that
a first year OC,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a first year for everybody. So yeah, to all the Bears fans out there, whether you're listening or not, I could give a
Stick
shit
it
less.
out.
Anyway,
Always do.
stick it out. It'll be okay.
The Bears. Who cares? Dude, we're gonna lose.
Bears.
Still be fucking tricky.
Lower your expectations. That way you'll never be disappointed.
Lowered expectations.
I set the bar low with this team, and for good reason. Maybe next year will be better, but probably not.
Probably not. But you never know.
All
you can hope is that the office does something.
Down with though. True.
I think there's too much they can do in the first year. Let them suck. Let them get some draft picks. Let them
for sure.
And then we'll bitch at them in a couple years when it's like, all right, you still suck. Come on.
Yeah, 4 years into it, like we did with Nagy and Trubisky. All right, guys, you guys suck. Next.
Did
Get these chuckleheads out of here.
Did he get benched in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, Trubisky. So Trubisky goes over there, man. They name him the starter, and like first game he didn't look too bad. And I've watched some Steeler highlights, and like actually I've watched some of a game. I'm like, oh, he's not looking too bad. And then like he throws like a couple of picks. Next thing I know, Kenny Pickett's in there throwing 3 more picks. I'm like, they can't win over in Pittsburgh. Like Trubisky went over there and just was still a horse's ass. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I thought he would be better somewhere else, but obviously not, because they're calling for him to be benched and Kenny Pickett come in. But maybe he finds somewhere. Maybe he's like one of those quarterbacks like Fitzgerald, where finally 7 years into the league, he gets a start somewhere and it clicks.
Well, real quick too, what about that? Because this is horrible, and this is something I kind of want to touch on because it's pro wrestling has a lot of this. Before we wrap up, the Tua Tonga.
Oh yeah, Tua Tagovailoa.
That dude, I don't know the whole thing, right? Because I'm just a casual, football guy. I mean, I follow like the paper stats more than I watch all these games. But my son was showing it to me, man, and like, dude, he was straight like, look at he's throwing up crit.
Yeah, he was. I
forgot
what they called it.
It's called retardation, mental retardation, because you get fucking knocked so goddamn hard that you go stupid.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's scary,
dude. Totally. You see that in like UFC fights and shit,
dude. Yeah, man, and like this kid's done. He's done.
He's a hell of a quarterback, man.
He is, but
he's young.
I'm sorry, man. There's no fucking way.
Man, they should have never had him come back into that game against, who was it? The Bills? Like they played where he hit his head. He fell.
Yeah, they cleared him. They fucking cleared him. So
yeah,
right.
Like obviously the guy got up and fell like twice, and he had to be held up. And you're telling me that's a arm injury or whatever? But I think they said back injury, but. Yeah, dude, like he was way out of it, man. He's stumbling around. I wouldn't have had to come in. I don't care who you are, dude. I don't care if you're the president of the fucking United
Somebody's
States.
Getting sued.
Yeah, I don't care if you're the leader of the Andromeda Galaxy Galactic Federation. I'm not putting him back in there. All right. I don't care if you're Darth Vader. I'm putting him back in there. You can force choke my ball sack all you want. Yep, yes.
Bodi cuts a promo on the entire NFL.
Goodell, you're hearing me? If he has to, Rick. So no, you don't put him back in that one. But then, the guy gets swung around, hits his head last week, and like he's posturing, and I'm like, dude, you shouldn't have put him in. Like he's done for a while. Like you have to put the kibosh on it for a little bit. And on what's his name, Nowinski was snapping. He was snapping on
and
Twitter.
He's been making the rounds
everywhere.
WWE, AEW, fucking I think Impact, all those guys like talking about doing these concussion talks. Like I hit up his foundation when my son Anders was playing and he got hurt real bad, that's why I don't know, not to say I never gave a fuck, but now knowing and seeing it and experiencing that shit firsthand with my own, that opens your eyes. Of course, tragedy, if it happens to you, you're a little more privy to empathy when it happens to others, it's just, man, that I told my son, I was like, I don't want to see that, dude.
No,
like,
I don't either. You don't.
Guy was fucked up. And if I were him, you never play football again. But you make them motherfuckers pay you the duration of your contract. Be smart with your fucking money and go on, dude. You look at all these other guys. We've had a couple of Bears guys, with the head traumas and shit, like off themselves and shit. Like
exactly. CT is no joke, man.
Yeah, Junior Seau, man.
Yeah. I'm paying the price for the concussions I had in the past, man. I had a lot of them. But you know what? Back then, late 90s and early 2000s, it was getting your bell on. Getting your bell
Game on.
And in the mid 90s, getting your bell rung. You know what you did? You shook off the cobwebs. You went to the sideline, and then 3 plays later, you were back in. That's how it went back then. That's why a lot of us are paying for it now. That's why I'm in the condition I am in now.
But it just sucks. Like nowadays, now it's known that that's how it is, and I get it. And
you got to be careful.
You got to be careful because that's fucking tough as balls and macho as shit. But at the end of the day, people suffer from it. People are dying from it. Like,
yeah, dude, that's ridiculous. There's got to be they're going to be putting new protocols in place and stuff, but you can't diagnose it like physically like you can with a knee injury. You can give it an MRI. You can give x-rays on bones and stuff, but a concussion, you can't really have physical evidence like that. You got to be able to ask some questions and check some reflexes and stuff like that and know the guy's fucked up and not put him back in a goddamn football game again where it's like a car crash every play. No, you don't do that, man. It's you're messing with somebody's career and life.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that dude gets all right, but I don't think he ever comes back.
I think he'll play again.
Maybe.
He's
an athlete, so he's gonna want to.
I wouldn't be rushing him to play again.
I ain't trying to rush in anybody. Get it?
Roosh.
Roosh. He's all elite. Somehow they brought more people in.
Yeah, they signed Bandito again. Push the fucking stars you already have. Sorry.
Push Bandito though too, because he's dope as fuck.
I like Bandito too. I'm like, dude, damn it.
Bandito versus Kenny Omega. Give it to me right now.
Yeah. Bandito versus Penta. Give me that right now.
Yeah. Give me a nice good Penta singles push and a Phoenix singles push.
Give me a Brian Cage upset for the TNT title.
One cup. Yes. Brian Cage is going to get squashed though, unfortunately, I think.
Oh.
I think that's what it is. Hopefully I'm wrong. You guys will find out tonight. Be cool if I'm wrong.
I don't want to see that Powerbomb Symphony on Cage, dude. I'll be sad. I'll cry.
I'm crying right now because right now it is the end. Hey, next week we're gonna have a killer episode. We're welcoming back Ava Lawless to talk about it's fucking Halloween. We want to talk about all things fucking horror, or at least try to. She's gonna be here to go over the entire Return of the Living Dead, original Return of the Living Dead motion picture soundtrack.
Oh man.
A lot of good bands on that, a lot of good songs.
Oh man,
good time.
Do you want to party?
Can look forward to that. Look forward to 31 Days of Fear. Like I said, it's on Instagram and Facebook right now. Next month you'll get the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, check out.
Follow us: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Subscribe, like, ring the notification bell.
Ring my bell.
Wetama. Wetama,
Wetama,
Wetama, Wetama, Wetama, Wetama, Wetama, Wetama, Wetama, Wetama.
Hey!
Crisscross will make you jump.
You gonna do sex to me? Did you like that video? If so, be sure to hit like and subscribe and check out more killer content from your boys at Juice Pro Wrestling. Whoa, yeah!